Welcome to this week's Throwback Thursday, brought to you by the Nerd Cave Network. I am Derek, and this week we're going to be playing one of my all-time favorite RPGs, the cult classic Secret of Mana. And this is a game that I have not played in years. It's probably been at least, I'd say, a good 6 to 7 ever since the emulator days, playing them on the computer. So we're going to put in our character's name here. I never really go with the default names, so we're just going to go with my name, and we'll name the other characters later. Using the power of mana, a civilization had grown strong. In time, mana was used to create the ultimate weapon, the Mana Fortress. Very dark and ominous music here. This angered the gods. They sent their beast to destroy the fortress. A violent war rocked the world, and mana seemed to disappear. Before all was lost, a hero with the mana sword, smashed the fortress. Though the civilization had been destroyed, the world was peaceful again. But time flows like a river, and history repeats. That's a very true statement. So we're about to dive into the game here. For those who have never played this game, it's a very fun RPG. This was originally released for the Super SNES, as people like to call it. Hey guys, wait up. The Elder will find us here and he'll be mad. Yeah, we're not supposed to be here. There's a ghost around. I always thought that kid was wearing a dunce cap. She kind of looks like one. Do you really believe that? People say that to scare us. But I heard Grandma say something about a shiny object near the falls. Must be some kind of treasure. And we're about to fall off this log. And we do. Well, that's unfortunate. No way to get back up. Now what am I going to do? So basically, this was released for the Super Nintendo back in the mid-90s, I believe. I want to say like 95, maybe? Something like that. But it's a very fun RPG. I've played through it numerous times. The village is this way. I have to find something to cut through. Well, there. What do you know? There's a sword right down there. Remove the sword. And now we have the sword. It is I who asked the sword. And now he's gone. And we don't know what in the world's going on. Brilliant light is gone in an instant. Alright, so what this game is about, many, many years before this game takes place, there was a war, as alluded in the prologue. And basically, evil groups were using this magical force called mana for evil. And now, years later, this evil empire, not to be confused with the one from Star Wars, but this empire wants to revive the Mana Fortress to try and rule the world, basically with an iron fist. And more will develop as the game goes along, but as you can see here in the beginning, we're just a simple kid trying to get back to our village, not knowing the repercussions of removing the sword, which we will find out here very shortly. I will just say, monsters were not around before the sword was removed. And the music in this game is pretty catchy, too. Granted, I can't speak for it because I've never really played a Final Fantasy game, but this was kind of the closest I got to the Final Fantasy series. I did play one spin-off game of it called Mystic Quest, which was also a SNES game. But as far as the chronological ones, like, 1 through, I guess now 15's coming out fairly soon. Forest is off limits. Thanks for letting us know. And as you can tell, at the bottom of the screen, there's a little meter that fills up. Anytime you swing a weapon, it starts at 0, and you have to wait until it gets to 100 if you want the maximum effect of said weapon. Reach level 2, nice. Come on. Missed. Missed again. There we go. No treasure. Did you see that? A minute ago, something lit up the sky near the falls. I have a real bad feeling about this. You're not the only one. And we're back in our home village of Potos. Aaron, best hurry along. Let's see what armor we... Okay, we could use the bandana. Alright, bye. Oh, we don't have enough. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, don't need to stay at the inn. Let's go see the Elder. Well, that's kind of judgmental. Weren't you told not to go there? What's that you have? Oh no, it couldn't be. Cool, did you find the treasure? How could you have pulled out the mana sword? It's impossible. The mana sword? Legend has it that our village is finished if the sword is removed, and here it is. It is said that the mana sword has been protecting our village from disaster. So that's it. That's why all the monsters are attacking us now. Now this guy is being a little too harsh. Oh, fantastic, an earthquake. And some guy pops out just in the nick of time, but we've fallen. And now we have to fight the mantis ant. You have a sword, don't you? Use it. Sure. Hey, can you hear me? Watch how the monster moves before attacking. Well, that sucked. Come on, you stupid... Ah! Hang on, I'll help you. Clear your mind, wait till you have 100% power, and aim carefully. Thanks! That's how you do it. I always like this song. It makes me feel very accomplished. Dun, da, la, dun. That appears to be the real mana sword. It is supposed to be pulled out by a knight in times of great trouble. Problem is, you're too young. Something must have happened to the sword. Here, it's yours. Sorry, but the sword is losing its power and must be re-energized. Only the person who pulled it free can do that. What should I do? Visit Sage Luca in the Water Palace. She's been protecting these lands for over 200 years. Listen to her advice. And here comes the kid in the dunce cap. The elder wants you in his house. And Gemma will meet us inside the Water Palace. Or Gemma, I have no idea how to pronounce it. Let's go see what the elder wants. We can't go on like this. Yeah, there's no relief in sight. You've really done it to me this time. The reason why monsters have appeared is because you removed the sword. It's settled we can't let Derek stay in the village anymore. Well, that's just harsh. If we do, more monsters will come after him. And now everyone's telling us to leave. But I have no choice. I'm going to have to ask you to leave the village. You take what's in the treasure chest downstairs. I took you in and I raised you, but there's nothing I can do to help. Please forgive me. I know I've told you this before, but... Your mother brought you to this village when you were just a baby. Soon afterwards, she disappeared. I took you and have done my best to raise you, but now we must part. I truly hope you can find your mother someday. Goodbye. Let's go buy this bandana. I'm only selling you stuff because the elder ordered it. One more candy for good luck. And now, unfortunately, we must leave the village. Have everything you need? Yes. This line always got me here. You are hereby banished from Potos Village. Now get out of here. It's just kind of selfish. I mean, you're kicking the guy out of his home for something that, I mean, he had really no control over. He didn't know that the sword was going to make monsters appear. Cannon Travel Center. That is a shortcut you can take to get to the Water Palace, but I'm going to take the long way so I can level up. So we'll just go this way. Fight some more of these rabbites. Gotta watch out for those plants. Water Palace is up. Pandora is down. So we'll go this way. Beware of goblins. I kind of want to see a goblin. I have no idea if I'm going to level up before I get to the palace. Never mind, we just did. And here we are. See, it's really not that far of a walk. Oh, looks like we got some military guys here. We came from Pandora to fight Elaine, the witch in the haunted forest. That's Major Dialogue. This mission will be full of danger, but we'll do our best. We need a whip to go through the shortcut to the castle of Elaine the witch. We'll be seeing Dialogue several times later on in the game. And they transport away, but we're going to go up to the Water Palace. And there's Jima. Let's go! God, I forgot how good this music is. I need to download this soundtrack again. Dun, 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 dun. So, now what? Hey you, where's Luca? Hey, how rude. Luca, it's nice to see you again. What, you mean this girl is 200 years old? My, looks like you have the mana sword. How interesting. Luca, monsters are invading villages. He just fought one. I know the ebb and flow of water brings me news from around the world. Mana's power is growing weak. That's why this boy was able to take the sword. When he did, the balance of mana in this area shifted and monsters revived. There are evil monsters working to steal away the power of the mana sword. By defeating those evil monsters, you can restore the sword's mana power. The power is kept in orbs. Looks like it regained some powers from the mantis ant. There must be more hidden orbs which hold mana power for the sword. You must find someone who can forge the sword to release its stored power. Watch out for the Empire. It seems to obtain the mana fortress. You mean the one that destroys the world in that fairy tale? That's no fairy tale. The Empire is trying to awaken it. The Empire is going to unlock the seals from the world's mana seeds. A bunch of strangers have already started snooping around this palace. Something is very wrong in Pandora. Could the Empire be involved? See the King of Pandora and tell him to be cautious. You go to the cave called Gaia's Navel. Excuse me. Dwarves live in that cave. They make good weapons and know all about weapons. That's really cool. You may know somebody who can reforge and empower that sword of yours. What are you so scared of? We'll say the fortress. Eons ago, the ancients used the mana fortress in their final battle, but even they could not control mana. In the end, it was your sword that saved the world. Survivors rebuilt the world to honor mana. That is the mana sword, but its power is gone. It used its last ounce of power to summon you. Why me? I don't know, but now you must re-energize it. Sure. What should I do? You must become a hero who is worthy. Hold the sword up to the seed. For a moment, the seed and the sword became one. You have sealed the mana seed with your sword. Now the mana power from the seed will be sent only to you and your sword. The world has 8 palaces. Visit them all and receive the power from them all. Take the spear with you. Mana Guardians used it long ago. And we have a new weapon. Will grow and regain its power just like the sword. Yes, we will save. First, head for Gaia's Navel. Like Gemma said, look for the underground palace. Head south through the realm of Pandora. So as the game progresses, you learn more about the backstory and really what the Empire is trying to do. Like, everyone kind of has their own agenda, and there are other villains besides the Empire that each want the fortress for their own gain. One called Thanatos, I believe, which reminds me, I get the name's kind of like a combination of Thanos from Marvel and Xanatos, the villain from the old Gargoyle show. But he's not like either one of them. And we were ambushed by goblins. Oh no. Looks like they're going to try and cook us. You're going to be our main dish. Hey, the dancing has already begun. Let's join in. Hey. Looks like we're about to get some help here. What on earth are you doing? And now we'll sneak out? I owe you my life, but what are you doing here? I've been searching for someone. For a second I thought you were him. A case of mistaken identity, huh? I guess I lose. I'm only joking. Look, I'm in a hurry. You'd better get back to your home. Left without even telling me her name. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to head south, and we're going to go, as Jima and Luca said, to Gaia's Navel. And while we're traveling, I'll tell you a little bit about this YouTube channel that you're watching. If you're watching this video, you obviously at least are generally aware of our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/thenerdcavepodcast. We have all kinds of cool content throughout the week. Every Monday we put up a portion of our podcast. We have Let's Plays throughout the week, this one included, which is Throwback Thursday. It comes out every Thursday morning. Every Friday we have a top 5 video. We could do top 5 death scenes, top 5 Dragon Ball Z characters, favorite wrestlers. Any list that we can think of, we've done. And we still have plenty more to do in the future. We also have podcasts that we do throughout the week. Every Tuesday is the Nerd Cave podcast with myself and my friends Zach and Robbie. Every Thursday is my solo show, The Derek Diamond Experience, where I interview a different guest every week, and every now and then I just pick a topic, and I'll either bring a friend on to discuss said topic, or I'll just discuss it myself. And then every Saturday we have our friends over at the Pop Culture Palette, which they are based out of Biloxi, Mississippi. And you can listen to their show on iTunes every Saturday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will save. And we'll be coming back to Pandora later. Whenever you hear that music, it's usually a town that's under some type of distress. Dun, 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 dun. Not this music, but the one we heard previously. Dun, 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 dun. Medical herb. Another medical herb. I hate flying enemies in this game. They're so hard to kill. Dun it. Up to level 4. Dun, dun, dun. Just keep trucking along. We are almost there. Come on. Do some nice healing. And we are just about to the entrance. And here we are at Gaia's belly button, or Gaia's navel. Same thing. And these goblins are pretty powerful, so you don't want to give them any type of breathing room. And those slimes are just a pain in the... Well, I'll go ahead and say it. They're a pain in the ass. So I'm just going to skip those. Go up here. Now the lava will be gone. Let's see what's up here. This is when I could really use some magic spells. Actually, let me try this. I'm gonna go back up. See what we got here. That can be used to escape caves, dungeons, various other places if you need to make a quick exit. That's why it was very important that we get it. Oh yeah, we need to go this way. Kind of cornered here. Oh, crap. Whew. That was close. That was... wow, that was really close. Alright. Go all the way down here. Knock the hell out of this guy. See where this landed. Now we're at the village of the dwarfs. This is the village of dwarves. You're from the surface? A while ago, a Sprite's child was washed down here. It's doing magic tricks. Interesting. First, we're gonna go talk to this guy. Say, show me that sword. It's covered with rust. It'll break in no time. I am Watts, the blacksmith. I'll reforge it for 100 GP. Yes, absolutely. Never seen a sword as fine as this one in my life. I hope someday I can forge such a splendid sword. My hammer has started to glow. That must be the mana sword. Astonishing. Perhaps the power of the mana sword has seeped into my hammer. I think I'll try and make an axe with this. Come back in a while. Let's go buy a couple of things. Definitely need candy. Let's equip our stuff. We'll sell the old ones. Nope. We will absolutely stay, so I don't have to use my items to heal. And we'll snooze. He's very animated when he snores. All the other characters are like that too. The Sprite child has a pretty funny animation. We will save. And let's go visit the Sprite child. Step right on in. It's the Dwarf Village's world-famous exhibit hut. It'll be 50. Alright. The show's just starting. First, cast your eyes on this Rabbite man, the only one in the world. Take one Rabbite and one man, and it's Rabbite man. Hey, you, pipe down! And now presenting an actual and very rare Sprite child. Won't you please help me? It's pure tragedy. Weep as you hear his story. This poor child has a 50,000 GP debt to pay off. It's here working off the debt bit by bit. Sure, we'll donate. Thank you, I'll take that. Thank you so much. Funny how it changed size. Let's go around here. Well, how was that? What an actor I am. That guy was even crying. Well, I wasn't too bad myself. We're gonna make a fortune. Did you overhear what we just said? Please forgive us. This child really is a Sprite child. It used to live in the Sprite forest, but a flood brought it here. I thought I'd help it earn the money to return home. Good idea, huh? Hey, you have to apologize too. Okay, I was wrong. And We got our money back. Well, can't blame them for trying. What on earth? And now we're in another boss battle. I believe this is called the Tropicello. The key is just try and keep moving to avoid those pumpkin bombs. Dun, 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 dun. Not like that. Whacked him. Keep moving. And we got him. Not too bad at all. Got the Spears Orb. Thank you very much. Hey, sorry about that. This child received such a shock from drifting here, it lost all its memories. Well, that sucks. It really is a nice child. It plays tricks on people sometimes, though. Take it easy. Tropicello broke out of a sealed palace. There must be a way into it. Your memory might return if you receive some power from the mana seed. I'll go now, right now. Not alone. The palace was buried. There must be tons of monsters by now. Would you be so kind as to accompany this sprite to the palace? Sure. What luck. Did you hear that, little one? Hey, brother. Brother, my name is Derek. Okay, say, why don't you name me too? That'll make it easier on you. We're going to name this one after fellow co-host, Zach. Zach, what kind of name is that? Like, nice to meet you. And he joined. Good luck. You can get to the palace by way of a hole over there, but there is a lava field which Eleni made to seal the palace. First, you have to go to Eileen's castle to ask her to dissolve the spell. She used to be a good witch, but she's not anymore. Go north to the haunted forest, find her castle, and ask her to open the seal. Here are a bow and arrows we found along with the little one. Take them. Receive Chobin's bow and arrows. Whilst Blacksmith was looking for you, visit his workshop. First, let's go visit him at the workshop. I'm going to equip the sprite with the bow and arrow, like I always like to do. Well, I tried making an axe, but it's no good. Wonder why. Got a boomerang, huh? Wait, I know. Try holding this axe. That's it. Mana power in these weapons doesn't work until you hold them. This axe is mighty special. You could even smash a boulder with it. Take it with you for 100 GP. Sure. Should be more mana weapons to find. And only I can do it. Let me show you a shortcut. This will make it a lot easier for you. All right. Stay. No. Save your game. Yes. I'm going to save. And that is going to be where we end this week's Throwback Thursday and the first Secret of Mana Let's Play. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to come back next week for another classic retro game for a Let's Play. As I said at the beginning of the, or as I said in the video, be sure to check out all of our other videos on our YouTube channel, which is at youtube.com/thenerdcavepodcast. Be sure to check out all of our podcasts throughout the week on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. They're all available on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. And be sure to follow us on social media. We have an awesome Facebook group at facebook.com/group/nerdcavenetwork. And we're also on Twitter and Instagram, all at Nerd Cave Network. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And this is Derek saying, have a week.